Welcome to the Dark Reading News Desk. Terry Sweeney here, contributing editor with Dark Reading, and we're coming to you from Google's There's No Place Like Chrome event in New York City. Joining us now is Mark Berschadski, a director of product management for Google. Mark, thanks so much for joining us on the news desk.
Thank you for having me.
Business is moving as fast as ever. It seems like AI has accelerated that beyond our imaginations. Start us off with some thoughts around how Chrome Enterprise is evolving to meet the security needs of this time we find ourselves in.
So browsers are undergoing a very significant evolution in terms of security needs. And for many organizations, the browser, and for many of those organizations, that's Chrome, is key to getting work done in the web or for interaction between employees. So for us, it's really important to help organizations to manage that risk and help them with security needs, as well as help them with the broader Google Cloud Security portfolio.
All right. Talk about some of the common ways that enterprises benefit from secure enterprise browsing today.
So there's many use cases. There's obviously the third-party use case, the contractor use case, the BYD use case where people bring their own devices, but also the need for DLP, which basically is helping manage risk through providing optionality for customers to choose to block certain events such as data exfiltration.
Sure.
And others.
For viewers who may not be familiar with the term DLP, help them understand what that is.
That's a great question. So DLP stands for data loss prevention. And in many ways, as a corporation, your IP and your data is really what's important to you, and you want to have control how people can access it or exfiltrate that. And DLP controls allow companies to have control over whether files can be downloaded or not, printed or not, uploaded or not. And that's really where we're trying to help from a DLP perspective. But also, obviously, AI is something that is top of mind for many organizations.
Sure.
And organizations obviously want to use that great technology, but also want to make sure that they have tools that are sanctioned by corporate IT, and data goes where it should go and where corporate IT and CISOs feel like they have approved that data use.
All right. Well, it sounds like whether it's DLP or some other technology strategy or requirement, that you can adjust this based on the use case that you were describing earlier.
Correct. It's really important for us to give our tools to companies for them to have the flexibility to choose what fits their needs and also help them on their security journey.
Changing gears slightly, organizations regularly struggle to balance innovation with the need for both strong governance and control. How do they balance these things, especially when it's a regulated industry that they work in?
That's a very fair question. I think for many organizations, the visibility of what happens in the browser and what happens with their data and IP is key, especially in regulated industries. So one thing that browser security and Chrome Enterprise can help with is to give them the policies, the rules, as well as Gen AI controls to enable it in a way that helps them and find that fine line between allowing innovation from the employees and allowing them to test those tools and play around with those tools, but also feel like their data and IP is not being moved into public LLMs or things where they don't want their data to show up.
That's all really helpful context. Talk how you partner with both CISOs and IT leaders to make browser security more of a boardroom conversation.
Yeah, I think in many ways it has been already a boardroom discussion, and many boardrooms or IT security decision makers are evaluating browser security in terms of risk. But the way we would like to help them is also how can they think about the browser as a tool that helps them to not just be an entry point to the web, but also to get work done on the web. And we've seen with many apps and services that are now on the web and through the browser that a lot of work is happening in the browser. So our goal is really to find that balance between helping employees to be secure, but also allow productivity. And you've seen recently an integration from us and Google Agent Space, but also most recently the announcement of Gemini and Chrome. And we're working on bringing that to enterprises later this year. And we're very excited about it. So for boardrooms in many ways is yes, security, and Chrome Enterprise is going to help with that, but also allow productivity and getting work done on the web in a most secure way but also allow innovation for employees to be more productive.
Well, risk reduction is always a relief for boardrooms, isn't it?
It is risk reduction, risk management, and also to have controls that they can customize based on the needs. And those needs might change, by the way.
Mark, some great insights and perspective around managing risk. Thanks so much for joining us on News Desk today.
Thank you so much for having me.
We've been talking with Mark Berschadski of Google. This has been Terry Sweeney for Dark Reading. Thanks for joining us for this News Desk segment. We'll see you next time.